Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh man, I'm tired today. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay. So this is first time here. Hello. Welcome. I'm Sig. And we are slowly but surely learning Unreal Engine in order to make a game. Yeah. We've made this so far, which is cool. Trying to remember exactly where we left off. I'll be honest, I did not touch anything since the last time I streamed me making a game. So yeah, which is unfortunate, but also it is what it is, and we're here now. So I think, if I remember right, the goal currently was to I wrote it down somewhere. I have a list of things I wanted to accomplish. These type of streams are just kind of chill, me working on this. So, welcome in, turn it on in the background, I suppose. Right, okay. I do remember this. I want to figure out lighting tutorial, Unreal Engine 5, please. All gonna be videos, aren't they? Yeah, it checks out. Okay, well, here's like a giant list of stuff. Let me pull that up over to this screen so we can see it. Yeah, so here's like 1.5 million things going on. New Unreal Engine 5 lighting features. Okay, lighting essentials. Let's start there. Types of light available in the editor make it possible to light your world in various styles and configurations to achieve the look you want for your projects. Directional lights are your primary outdoor light, or any light that needs to appear as if casting light from extreme or near infinite distances. Okay. Yeah, this is the helpful. Skylight captures the background of the scene and applies it to the level's geometry. Sure. Point lights act as a light bulb, casting light in all directions from a single point. Spotlights emit light from a single point in a direction limited by a series of cones. Rectangle lights do a rectangle. Yep, okay. Directional skylights are useful for large exteriors or to provide lighting and shadowing through interior openings. For large exteriors, directional lights are the most effective for lighting dense foliage and other geometry more efficiently. Right, so my first game here that I'm thinking of is all indoors. And I'm not really... I don't think we would ever need any even lighting from outside. Like, there's not even going to be windows, really. So I think for now we'll just pass on that. Pretend like it doesn't exist. Point, spot, and rectangle lights are useful. Yeah, these are the ones we're more interested in. Yeah, point light, spotlight, rectangular area light. Okay, the one that was the most confusing to like how it worked was the spotlight, so we'll open that separate tab for now. Each type of actor has its own mobility settings. It's important to choose the type of light mobility that makes sense for your project. Impact. Performance, look, and design choice. Some features of light are limited in their functionality. Yeah. Static. Light's not intended to move. That checks out. Reserved for actors that can during gameplay but not move. This mobility is reserved for actors that can during gameplay but not move. What does that even... Huh? These lights can change in some way during gameplay. Okay. So static is like, hey, they ain't moving. They're just gonna sit there. And stationary is like, we want to change the lighting color or turn it off in the middle of gameplay, something like that. And movable is like, if I picked up a flashlight, probably is probably the best way to think about that. Okay. Yeah, let's worry about spotlights first, I suppose. This is a crash course on lighting today. Spotlight emits light from a single point in cone shape. Yeah, inner and outer. Within the inner, the light achieves full brightness. As you go from the inner to the outer, a fall off takes place. Yeah. Light cannot be changed. Which means light will only have its shadowing and bounce light from static baked. All other lighting will be dynamic. Okay. Movable. Okay. Spotlight without its cone showing on the left. The spotlight with it. What? I think we're missing an image here. Okay. Light intensity, total light, color light. Yep. Bounce the light's visible influence is the attenuation radius. Bounce the light's is the attenuation radius? Okay. Hold on then. Let me think about that. First by... What are we looking for here? This. I don't want to look at that. Let's add in lights. Spotlight. Yeah. So this. Okay. Let me hide the directional light too so we can get a better idea of what's happening here. Okay, so that would just, like, that's just. Doesn't affect anything else out in the world, really. Okay, but it doesn't really... Nothing seems to happen past 1000. Like, it's just under the 1000 that stuff changes. It probably just keeps getting bigger below, huh? And that's what's changing. But we can't see it because it's only so high. Okay, yeah, that's my prediction there. We can check that, I suppose, if we move this all the way up. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. You can see a little change when I go like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Disables lighting completely. Affects world. Whether to use physically based inverse squared distance fall off where attenuation radius is only clamping the light's contribution. Scales the indirect lighting contribution from the light. Okay. So looking at that, what were we just talking about? This one. Disabling inverse squared fall off can be useful in placing fill lights. Don't want a super bright spot near the light. When enabled, the light's intensity is in units of lumen. When disabled, it's a brightness scale. What the? Oh, okay. I don't know why my light just goes goodbye. I turn it back on. Is it just too much to handle? Potentially. Okay. Okay, sure. Min roughness, yeah, for speculative highlights. Controls how accurate the shadows from the lights are. Light profiles. The value of 0 completely desaturates this light in light mass. 1 will be unchanged. Okay. Okay. Sure. Let's look at some of this stuff. Light size and mobility are intended to stay in one position, but are able to change it other ways, such as brightness and color. This is the primary way they differ from static lights. Stationary lights use both dynamic direct and static indirect lighting to achieve its result. The indirect lighting and shadowing is stored in light maps, while direct shadowing is stored in shadow maps. 3. Stationary directional light with movable objects. Static directional light. Okay. Stationary light shadowing. Only 4 or fewer stationary lights can overlap one another for any single piece of geometry in the level. Shadowing cannot overlap. What's the channel limit is reached? Only dating. Sorry. When the limit of up to 4 stationary lights overlap at any time within the level, the light icon will change to a red X over the offending light. Okay. Light mask generates distance field shadows for stationary lights on static objects during the lighting build process. Distance field shadow maps provide accurate shadow transitions even at lower resolutions and occur very little runtime. Lighting must be built to display shadows from stationary or static light sources, otherwise dynamic shadows are used. Okay. Translucency receives shadowing at low cost. Shadow depth is applied to translucent. Yeah, right. Unshadowed receiving direct. Okay. Sure, if I was using fog, that would be helpful, I suppose. But I am not, so okay, let's come back to this in a second. Yeah. Okay, why don't we just say goodbye to that and goodbye to that? I have to wonder if that's a right. The whole extra glowy stuff. I actually wonder if that's a like if I just what's the word for it? Baked it, I think is the word, and I think I'm using that correctly. Like pre-rendered it essentially. If that would stop happening. Not that I know how to do that necessarily. But I do wonder. Indirect light mass, use area shadow. Miscellaneous physics. Oh. Okay. If I turn it into a static lighting needs to be rebuilt. Yeah, okay. How do I do that? How do I do that? It's a good question. I don't know. Oh, field lighting only. What in the world? No. Unless that was needed. Okay. Just seems to have broken it. I don't I don't know what's happening. I don't know, man. Yeah, that just seemed to break it. I don't want the wall. Oh, that's the wall. Okay. Well, hello. Light. How are you? Is the chair over in this corner? I'm like, where are we at this point? There it is. Okay. Yeesh. See, I'm like curious. Well, let's change this to something that's more helpful here. Yeah. On the spotlight, we want to rotate it. Front. Kind of hard to tell. So let's go back to perspective, I guess. Just want the spotlight on the chair. That's the goal. Yep. Perfect. See, I don't want it to blue and just get brighter, you know? I want it to just be there at this brightness right off the bat immediately. That's what we're looking to do here. Like, that's what I want. Is this gonna break it again? I don't know why it broke. It's probably because I didn't accept that pop-up or something. I don't know. Okay, so building it didn't do anything, right? Like, it still just slowly gathers light. And I don't like that. I just want it to have light immediately upon looking. I don't know what that setting is though. What would I think that is? Let's go back to our this. Let's go back to the or this. Okay. Rendering? Question mark? Holy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, understanding light mapping, sure. When creating assets, you'll go through the process setting a UV that's laid out for your textures. Do we have these set up? I'm assuming yes. I'm gonna go with yes is the answer to that. My brain is not working too well today. I totally forgot what we were doing just now. I want to edit the thing so we can look into the light, which is what we were just talking about. Okay, yeah. UE4. Use full precision UVs. In light max, generate light map UVs. What if I just do that? Let's save. I don't know if that actually changed much, to be honest with you. Ugh. How do I get it to not do that? I don't know. Okay. Let's actually see if we can just Google how to get light to instantly appear. UE5. 5, not 56. Why don't lights turn off automatically? Hello, maybe this is it. I don't know, make a horror game. In complete darkness. Problem is when I set the light intensity to 0, it takes a visible few moments for the room to get totally dark. Is there any way to make it instantly turn dark? My guess is you have no post-processing volume in your scene, which means you're getting the default behavior realistic adjustment. Just make a process volume and set the bounds to infinite and set the brightness to min 1 and max 1. That should help. What is a post-process volume? I don't. Okay, that's another thing to Google here. Post-process volume. UE5. Okay. Hello. Post-processing effects enable artists and designers to define the overall look and feel of a scene through the combined section of properties and features that affect coloring, tone mapping, lighting, and more. A special type of volume called the post-process volume can be added to the level to access these features, multiple volumes can be placed to define the look of a specific area, or can be set to affect the entire scene. Post-process volume can be added to the level using a place actors panel. Okay, once placed on a level, use the details panel to access all available properties and features. Priority specifies the priority of this volume. In the case of overlapping volumes, the one with the highest priority overrides the lower priority ones. Blend radius, blend weight enabled. Infinite extent. Whether the bounds of the volume are taken into account. If enabled, the volume affects the entire scene regardless of the volume's bounds. When not enabled, the volume only has effect within its bounds. Okay. Unreal Engine uses some default. These defaults can be found and configured in the project settings rendering defaults section. Configuring these options can be useful for level editing to stabilize auto exposure or bloom before you start working on defining the look of the scene. Depth of field, bloom, exposure and local exposure. The engine automatically controls exposure. Yes, this is what it was. Okay, here we are. This effect, exposure category contains properties. Select the type of exposure method to use and specify. There's an additional control for exposure called local exposure. Okay, I think we found our solution somehow, somewhere. At least we can mess around with it and hope we found the solution. Okay, we want a basic actor. In this case, this isn't what we wanted actually. Hold on. Volumes. Post-process volume. Hello. You are what I want. Okay. Let's go. We up it to just like contain. Right. Okay. So there's like a few different things that we were talking about, right? First, I think it was the exposure stuff that we were most interested in here. Rendering, no. Well, maybe. Is that all of it? Yeah. Never mind that. LOD general. Right. Right, the infinite. We can just make it infinite and it affects everything. For now, we'll just do that. Now we want to affect something. Lighting components? Oh gosh, I don't know. I don't know what all these are gonna do if we turn them on. Wow, that's worse. That's worse. Okay, but what if we just max it? You know? What if we just max it? Oh, it's just gonna keep getting brighter until it fills the whole room, huh? Oh my gosh. I think a bomb went off. Okay, don't look at that. That's way too bright. Drop that back down, please. So that's fascinating. Zero is no adjustment. -1 is 2 times darker. -2 is 4 times darker. And on and on and on. Okay, but like, it's still doing that, so that wasn't the solution. Okay. In that case, hold on. Default. Auto exposure minimum adaptation. Eye adaptation is disabled if min equals max. Okay, I think that's what we want then. Yeah. We just want them to equal the same thing. Huh? So if we change this to like -5, not double -5, just -5. Change this to -5. And then save it, and then go. Yeah, we fixed it, baby! Let's go! We figured it out. Oh, we figured it out. Okay. Okay. That's fantastic. That's great. So that's what the problem is, huh? That's pretty much the best. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that, because that was annoying me all the last time. Literally the whole time. So that's fantastic. That's what I've been wanting this whole time. That's all I've been wanting this whole time. Like, let's go. Okay, cool. I kind of want to keep messing around with it a bit. Specifically, if I shrink this to like just there, right? And then I say where was it? Not infinite. What changes? Okay. So we do want infinite then. That's just kind of how we fix it. Okay. Okay. That's like perfect. That's great. That's fantastic. That's the best. Let's go. Okay, I do want to actually add in a directional light. However, I don't know. Next on our docket list might be whatever this shadowy stuff is. I wonder if that's just a rendering thing. Like, there's a way, maybe not right here. Maybe I have to open it up. Come on. There we go. Okay, edit. If I say do that. And then okay. Cool. Okay. Another step on my list here is I want to find out. Right, I want to be able to trigger the light to turn on. So yeah. What's a capsule trigger? Yeah, time to learn about triggers, I guess. Triggers UE5. Yeah. Okay. Triggers are actors that cause an event to occur when they're interacted with by some other object on the level. Box trigger, capsule trigger, sphere trigger. All the default triggers are generally the same, differing only in the shape of the area of influence. Box, capsule, sphere. Placing trigger. Triggers can be placed in the level by dragging and dropping. Yeah, in the select mode. Yeah. Triggers are used to activate events inside the level blueprint. There are several different types of events that a trigger can activate. The main ones happen in response to some collision with another object. Okay. I think I understand. In that case, let's go like this. We want to place a Would it be under basic? It would be. Okay. A trigger box. Let's place it right here. Yep. On that note, I actually want to move me over here. Okay. Hello, air conditioning. Okay. Now, how do we get it to do stuff? I don't know. Gotta find out. Generates overlap events. Can the character step onto this? Whether they can try to step up on it when they bump into it or not. Whether yeah, it's a trigger. If true, this actor will generate overlap begin end events when spawned as part of level streaming, which includes initial level load. Oh, okay. That's if you want a trigger to happen as the level loads in. Got it. For now, that's not what we want. Should hit events fire. How do I get it? I just wanna blueprint. Right. Effect. Oh, we don't want effects. No, that's not it. Open level blueprint. Hello, everyone. Hey, what am I doing? Triggers are used to activate events placed inside the level blueprint. Okay. Right click in the level blueprint event graph and choose one of the events under add event for the trigger actor name. Add event. Hey, what is that called? Trigger box? What if I rename you? To spotlight trigger. Okay, and then building practice, and then we go spotlight. Create a reference to spotlight trigger. Right click in the level blueprint event graph. and choose one of the events under Add Event 4. Oh, got it. Add Event 4. It doesn't exist. So that's awkward. It's awkward. Okay, sure. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Triggers are used to activate events placed inside of the level blueprint. There are several different types of events that a trigger can activate. The main ones happen in response to some type of collision with another object, such as something hitting or overlapping with the trigger, or in response from input. Yeah. With the trigger selected in the viewport, it is selected. Oh, it's right there. Oh. Huh. I guess, yeah, not. Okay, well, that solved that problem. Hello there, Camo. Yeah. I forget. Yeah, my title says first game making it, but really it's more like still figuring out Unreal Engine, you know? It's fine. We'll figure it out slowly but surely. Okie doke. We'll get rid of those. On actor begin overlap. Yep. Overlap actor would be, that would be player. Player? Is that what? Cast. Tries to access object as a blueprint. Maybe an instance of. Yeah. Okay. Now we gotta figure out how to get this to do what I want it to do. How I want it to do it. I'm not entirely sure. I think I messed up. Okay. What do I want it to do? I want it to turn on the... Add a spotlight. That's what I want to do. Is there a way to attach an already existing spotlight? You know? Like this one. This one already exists. No, hold on. Stop that. Just this, please. Not everything. Camera. Some Udemy courses for UE5. Yeah, I definitely do plan on looking into some stuff. I like followed the first tutorial project that they have on the Unreal Engine site, which was good. And then I like, this is kind of me just like messing around with stuff in order to like figure out specific what I need to learn and what I already know. And what I already know is not a lot, it turns out. So yeah, I do plan on looking into some more tutorials and stuff. Off stream particularly. But yeah. Destroy actor, get actors a class. Set license. I don't want to destroy an actor. Get tickable when paused. Add tick prerequisite component. Yeah, so like we can add a spotlight, I guess, is what we gotta do now. What is this spotlight's coordinates at? So I can just like tell it to spawn at that location. There's got to be a way to just like blueprint communication interfaces and stuff. Yeah, there's just so much to learn, which is why like this has been helpful, because I've been able to just like, I have an idea of what my very first tiny little game I want to make is, and so anytime I encounter something that I don't think is going to be involved in the making of the game, I'm just like, later, throw that to the side, later, don't want to deal with that. So yeah, hold on, is this what we want? Maybe this is, we can do this. Spotlight. Hold on. Spotlight. Can we go? That's the target. Question mark? Currently I'm trying to, okay, so I got this room, got the spotlight over this chair. I'm currently trying to make it so when I spawn in, right, obviously this is not working. If I spawn in and then I walk over the trigger, the spotlight turns on. Ta-da! That's what we're trying to get it to do. As it currently exists, the spotlight already exists, which is maybe the problem here. If I had to guess, that's what I think the problem is. Open level blueprint. Yeah, so if that's what we're thinking it is, then if I just spawn one in here, yeah, 250. It's rotation of 180 and negative whatever that is. We'll just say negative 57 because that's a negative 133 at the scale of it currently existing. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all we do. Compile that, save it, minimize. Delete that one, and then haha, yes, we turned on a second spotlight that didn't exist, but you know. We kind of did it. What in the world? Man, where did the second spotlight come from? What's that about? Okay, well, no, for real, what is that second spotlight? I'm pretty happy with that though. That was pretty good. I felt like I accomplished something. Did it trigger like more than once? Is that the problem here? Is there a way to get it? No, that's not what I want. No, that's not what we want. Stop it. Don't exist, please. Delete. Thank you. Okay. Called when another actor begins to overlap this actor. For example, player walking into a trigger. Yeah, you need the on component to begin overlap in a reference to the light, so you can click on the light and then right click and add reference. On component begin overlap in a reference to the light. And right click and add reference. Oh, reference to. Okay. Hold on then. I want to go back to my original spotlight existing. Okay, cool. Or over here. You can click on the light, right click, add a reference, then drag out the light reference. Then you can use like a vector value to set it to a certain amount. Right, I did figure out the amount of the light. My goal was, I was trying for the longest time to try to get it to just show up rather than like adjust to the light. I didn't want it to adjust to the light, I just wanted it to pop into existence. Which I did manage to figure out after a long time. But now the question is, if I can get that trigger to only happen once, like it triggers once and then it's done. It will never trigger again. Interesting. Okay. Up level blueprint. Add spotlight, run it. Yeah, post-process volume. Yeah, it took me like forever to figure that one out. Like, I looked up so many different things trying to figure out what it was. We did figure that out eventually, and we did add it in. Yeah, it was just hard to get a read on like how much light there was and what the lights were doing. If you want to do it once, just do a do once command. Right, but is that like just like if I wanted to operate once in the editor? I mean, like in gameplay, if I walk over it, I don't want it. Basically, my big concern is not really having to do it once. It's more like when I just did it just now, right? I'll get rid of that again. We came back in. The issue was it just keeps spawning spotlights, and I don't want it to do that. I don't know if more spotlights are being spawned outside the room, but at the very least it's spawning one right there that I don't want. So I just want it to, like, I walk over it once and then it just stops existing, I guess. I don't know, or it stops working. Whatever requires to make it not keep spawning more spotlights is kind of the goal. Do once command will trigger it once and it'll stay on unless you set a reset timer. Okay. Do once command. I don't know where I even find that. But thank you. I will now attempt to find it. So where is that? Advent, yeah. Collision, yeah. Right, there's a touch input. That makes sense. Do once. Output fires only on the first time the node is hit, but can be reset. Oh. Okay, so what we're saying is we just go through here like that. Yeah, we have the add spotlight, but if we only get it to do, like, it only adds spotlight once, that's fine, right? And there's probably a way to do it where we're not actually adding a spotlight and there's just already one existing and we just turn it on. But at this point, this works. So I don't, is that kind of what we're talking about? Is that the order I wanted in? I don't know. Delete that one. Yeah, hit play. Yeah. Okay. Don't spawn another one. Oh, it didn't spawn another one. Let's go. Okay, cool. That's great, actually. Okay, cool. Yeah, that kind of solved that problem. Okay, now we're gonna try to figure out same thing, but we want it to just happen when we spawn in. Try to reference the spotlight. Interesting. Okay. No, we want the trigger. Thank you. I think there was a way to look at that over here. One of these. Yeah, triggered. If true, this factor will generate overlap begin and end events when spawned as part of a level streaming, which includes initial level load. Might enable this in the case where a streaming level loads around an actor. You want begin and overlap events to trigger. Yeah, okay. First, let's rotate this. I hate facing the wall every time. Face the light. Okay. Works. And if we move this like right on top of it. Yep. Okay, now I'm curious. Yeah, so we have to walk into it at this moment in time, but if we change it to where it spawns one in immediately, and then we go to blueprint. Okay. 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 Yeah. That works. Yeah, and then it triggers it immediately upon spawning in. Okay. Perfect. Just answering questions. Getting answers. Yeah, okay. I got a good list of things I want to figure out here. Moving forward. Let's see, what else do we need to know? We definitely need to know kind of like how to transition between levels. I don't know, so that's on my list of things to learn. Lighting, we've figured out a lot towards it, but I think just watching some lighting tutorials and figuring some more stuff out would be good. Okay, yeah. A lot of them might not.